What's going on, beautiful people? And thank you for tuning in and watching. I appreciate your appreciation of my videos. We're gonna talk about rejection here, right? Being rejected by a love interest of yours. If you're a guy, if you're a girl watching this, whatever you're into, but being rejected by a love interest of yours. Declaring your love, declaring your interest in the prospect of becoming lovers, only to be turned down and have to do the walk of shame. Well, I'll share a personal insight with you guys, something that happened to me yesterday, right? So let's get on with the story. In the yoga place that I go to, there's a girl that really got my attention and got my interest. She is absolutely gorgeous in every sense of the way. Physically speaking, she's drop dead gorgeous, pretty, beautiful eyes, just beautiful. And once you get to know her on the inside, it's like blows away the beautiful physical appearance of her, right? And beautiful heart, and she's got a good cause and wants to help the world, and I really admire that. And I told her yesterday, hey, look, I admire the hell out of you. I admire everything that you are, and I see where you're going in life, and it's beautiful. And I've been talking to her for a while, right? Last few months. So I asked her out yesterday. I'm like, hey, I want to take you out for a date. And she hits me with the I have a boyfriend response, right? And some of you guys watching this, if you've gotten that response before, it's pretty common. I think, probably 3 and 4 guys at some point in your life, unless you're a super cautious guy or somehow luckily you found like a high school sweetheart and you're with her, which is rare. I'd say like 3 out of 4 guys, right? You get hit with that I have a boyfriend thing, right? Now, as soon as she said that, one part of me wanted to argue a little bit, because I'm not the biggest fan of monogamy, right? I think we can have several lovers at one point. And this is actually more of the natural way humans lived. You see, this is more of the natural way humans lived in tribes. They just lived polygamously. But people will misunderstand this right away and think, oh, then that means let me just be promiscuous. Let me just go on, boom, 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 right? Bust all kinds of nuts everywhere. You gotta understand, in a tribal setting, and I want to make a separate video for this, but in a tribal setting, these people knew each other from a young age. The tribe looked at itself as one, right? So polygamous behavior, sharing of sexual partners and lovers, was just a normal thing in tribe, because everybody knew everybody from when you're a little kid, and everybody thought of each other as one. So it's a different case. It's a little bit different case. But part of me wanted to, talk about that. But the other part said, hey, why bother, right? It is what it is, right? The girl's got a boyfriend, and we're not playing convincing roles here. We're not trying to convince, it is what it is, right? So I didn't say nothing, but I gave her a hug after. I told her, I think we, too bad, because we would look really cute together. It would have been really nice. And we would have really hit it off, right? So she, we get a laugh out of it, give her a hug at the end. And we agreed to remain friends, right? And that's about it. That was that. Now, interesting thing popped in my head. And I think this is not the first time I get hit with that I have a boyfriend, or quote unquote rejection, which, in my books, rejection doesn't really exist. It's just a concept. It's just a weird ego concept that we have of attachment, right? Rejection means I attach to you and now you don't want me. It's a little bit, anyway, it doesn't feel like, and it certainly didn't feel like rejection. And I'll tell you why. I think this time I have a different approach to this whole thing, right? And the approach is, this is my approach. What is unconditional love. If you really think about unconditional love, what is unconditional love? Unconditional love is I love you in every condition. Now, the one condition you would want to shrug off the rug is the condition of I love you without me. You see? So I love you with me, I love you without me. I love you if I'm in the equation, I love you if I'm out of the equation. And when you think about it like this, then you soon come to realize that unconditional love, especially in romantic context, is a rare fucking thing. It really is. You know, because the ego wants to cling and attach, right? Like, you know, a lot of people who quote unquote love each other only if they're together. But as soon as they break up or something, they fucking hate you, they're disgusted by you, they think you're a worthless scum, right? A lot of times that's what happens, right? But true love, true unconditional love is I love you with me in the equation, you know, with me touching you and kissing you and pleasuring you, and I love you without me in that picture. I love you the same way because I fell in love with the person that you are, and whatever would make you happy, whatever would make you satisfied for the moment, should make me happy and should make me satisfied. You see? And this is the kind of approach I went to into this. And so, this time around, it doesn't really feel like a rejection. It really doesn't. And you might be thinking to yourself, Saeed, you're just trying to hide behind this unconditional love thing. Admit it, bro. Come out. You're butthurt. Well, in the past, yes. In the past, a situation like this would make me butthurt, 100%. It's made me butthurt. I've been butthurt many times. But this time, this is a more authentic approach. Believe me, this is a more authentic approach. Because I'm really getting down to the essence of what we're here to do, what we're here for. We're here to increase the state of our consciousness. And every situation we're given in life is an opportunity for us to increase the state of consciousness that we are, to get closer to love, to get closer to unconditional love, to get closer to source energy in its purest form. And source energy in its purest form is all accepting and it's all loving, unconditional love. You see? Pure spirit, pure source energy in its purest form loves everything and everyone no matter what. That's the Christ consciousness. That's the Jesus consciousness, right? Christ consciousness. Christ loved you anyway. It didn't matter. Jesus loved you, right? Jesus didn't love you if you loved Jesus or if you were in Jesus' presence. Jesus loved everyone equally and unconditionally. And that's what we're here trying to do. And every situation we're given in life, every situation, let it be a relationship in a romantic fashion, in a romantic context, or with parents or anything like that, is a chance for us, for our consciousness, to evolve. You see? And that's kind of the approach that I've been looking at everything in my life, every situation lately. You know, I talk about my bad temper, and I think those situations of me getting really lashing out, and there's two news stories that happened not too long ago that I haven't talked about. But, I realize now, I understand that these situations are all like happening to me because there is a lesson for my consciousness to evolve past. And that is, let me examine why I'm getting angry. Let me examine my conditional love for these people. The people that I get angry at are people that to me, my love to them or acceptance to them is conditional. It's like, only if you're nice to me, then I will be nice to you. It's like, that's conditional love. We're trying to get closer to source energy, closer to the purest form of it, increase our state of consciousness, merge with the divine again, right? And so really, that Christ consciousness that we're all working our way towards is the unconditional love. I love you with me, and I love you without me. And there's a great power in that, because you know what? I can tell you, I'll be honest with you guys. You guys know I'm like very raw, honest, transparent in these videos. I still admire this woman just the same. I still admire everything that is about her. I admire who she is. I admire the way she is, what she's doing in life, her mission, her cause in life, and her beautiful physical looks. Really, I still do. It hasn't changed, and why should it change? Why the fuck should it change? It doesn't even make sense to me at this point. Why should my admiration, my love for her change? You know, my love. That's what it is. We're loving awareness. We're loving, right? No, it doesn't change really. And whenever I see her, it's not gonna change. It's gonna be the same love. You see, and that's how I feel about the situation. You know, and it's this kind of approach to life, to all circumstances, will really not only make you not scared of getting rejected, but the concept of rejection won't even make sense anymore. It really doesn't make sense. Like, what am I getting rejected? What's going on here? Like, am I trying to see, feeling like you got rejected is also implying that you're seeking validation, because the opposition of rejection is acceptance and validation. So feeling rejected to begin with, like, oh, this person rejected me, or it's like, well, in a way you're implying that I'm here to gain your acceptance or validation. Now there is an internal problem that you got to work with here, which is accepting yourself, accepting who you are as a soul, of course, as a personality, as a physical being, a psychological being, a social being, and of course as an awareness, as a soul, as a consciousness. And really, like, when again, if those feelings of rejection imply that you went out of your way to get the validation, acceptance of the other person, as opposed to you're going out of your way to share love, to share your admiration, share your admiration of what the universe is doing through that other person, the way the universe expresses itself through that other person. However you admire that, if it's just purely physical, if it's more than that, if it's all of them combined, and you share the love, and whether that love is returned or not, whether it's accepted or not, whether it's received or not, whether the other person wants to also admire you and become more intimate with you, it really shouldn't matter. Very difficult for the ego. Ego always wants to cling, always wants to attach. It's very difficult, right? I can tell you there are very, very, very few couples out there who really love each other unconditionally. Very few couples, like rare thing. Because most couples out there, I love you only if you're with me, you see? So I hope this perspective can give you insights to your own dilemmas right now. Maybe you've just gotten quote unquote rejected in just recently, or maybe you got that I have a boyfriend, the dreaded I have a boyfriend response, or perhaps you will in the near future, right? Or maybe you're even in a more dire situation where you're in a relationship and you guys have been intimate and some bullshit's happening right now. This perspective can maybe help you deal with this artificial problem. This is a problem of the mind. This is a problem of the attachments of the mind to how things should be, and attachments to other people and other things, as opposed to, here I am a conduit for love, and that's just what the fuck I do. It's just I share my love and my admiration for other people, and I don't expect them to react in a certain way, because that's really the purest form of love, right? So anyway, enough ranting. Hopefully this helps you guys deal with this issue that I know is very common. We'll talk about it some more, of course. And God bless you all, guys. I love every single one of you. You're all amazing, wonderful beings. But don't forget to subscribe, or you're gonna sleep with the fishes.